What if Samsung's most affordable Galaxy S25 model ends up looking more premium than ever before? That's exactly what might happen with the Galaxy S25 Fan Edition or Galaxy S25 Fa, as fresh reports hint at a big change in the display department that could reshape this phone's identity completely. Samsung is reportedly upgrading the S25 FE with a flexible organic light emitting diode panel, not the kind used in foldables, but a non-rigid panel that's thinner and lighter than the rigid organic light emitting diode panels used in earlier Fan Edition models. This is the same kind of screen technology that Samsung uses in its flagship Galaxy S series phones, and bringing it to the Fa line shows that the company is serious about narrowing the gap between its budget and premium devices. Thanks to this display upgrade, the Galaxy S25 FE could become one of the slimmest phones in its price range, with reports claiming it will be just 7.4 millimeters thick, a notable drop from the previous model's 8.0 millimeters. While a 0.6 millimeter difference might not sound huge in the hand, it's definitely something you'd feel. Slimmer phones are easier to carry, look more modern, and feel more expensive, something users want, especially when they're trying to save money without compromising too much. The changes don't stop at the thickness. The Galaxy S25 FE is also expected to feature a 6.7-inch display with thinner bezels, which gives the phone a more immersive feel and a higher-end design. Whether you're watching videos, scrolling social media, or gaming, having more screen space and less frame makes everything feel better. This could push the Fan Edition into a new space, one where it no longer just plays the role of a stripped-down flagship, but instead becomes a serious contender in the mid-range market with real flagship DNA. It also gives Samsung a strong way to separate the S25 FE from its Galaxy S series, which has been improving fast but still uses more conservative materials and designs. With a flexible organic light-emitting diode display and a thinner body, the S25 FE becomes something more, a device that offers a near-flagship experience at a fraction of the cost. This change also aligns with Samsung's overall focus this year on slimming down devices. From the Galaxy S26 Ultra to the new foldables, Samsung seems to be committed to making its phones thinner without losing too much functionality. While the Galaxy S25 FE likely won't show up at the upcoming Galaxy Unpacked event, which is reserved for the Galaxy Z Fold 7, Z Flip 7, and maybe a few surprises, the Fan Edition is expected to be launched around September or October. That gives Samsung time to build hype and avoid having its more affordable phone get overshadowed by its premium foldables. And for consumers, that's good news because when the dust settles after the big announcements, the Galaxy S25 Fa might be one of the most practical and appealing phones to hit the shelves this year. If the price stays reasonable and the display upgrade delivers, this could be the perfect choice for someone who wants the Samsung experience without the Samsung flagship price. So could this new design and display tech change how we look at budget phones? Let us know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more easy, clear tech updates without the hype.
Can you imagine using a phone that folds not just once, but twice? That might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but Samsung is getting ready to make it real. The company is reportedly working on a tri-foldable smartphone, and it could be released before the end of this year. Sounds exciting, right? But before you start saving up, some early leaks suggest it might not check all the boxes people are hoping for. Let's begin with the charging speed. According to a well-known insider, this upcoming phone will only support 25-watt charging. While that might sound fine at first, it's actually pretty slow compared to what other top phones are offering these days. In real-life use, it could feel even slower. Just take a look at what brands like Xiaomi are doing. The Xiaomi 15 Ultra supports 90-watt wired charging, 80-watt wireless charging, and even 10-watt reverse charging. That's more than triple the speed Samsung is expected to offer on this new foldable. Other phone makers are also moving forward with huge batteries. Some are preparing to launch models with 8,000 mAh capacity. Meanwhile, Samsung seems to be playing it safe, and that's exactly what many users find frustrating. Every year, people ask why Samsung doesn't push faster charging or new battery tech, but there's a reason they're being careful. If you remember the Galaxy Note 7, you'll understand. That phone had major battery problems, and Samsung had to recall it completely. Since then, they've been extra cautious with anything related to battery safety. They test everything more than most brands, which means they're slower to adopt faster charging, just to avoid any risks. It might not sound exciting, but it's part of their plan to avoid another major issue. Now about the camera. One thing we've heard is that Samsung might not use under-display cameras on this tri-foldable phone. These types of cameras are hidden under the screen, which looks great, but they usually don't take very good photos. Samsung seems to be leaning toward using the usual punch-hole design instead. However, nothing is final yet. They could still change their mind. It really depends on whether users care more about a clean-looking screen or better photo quality. But the biggest thing people talk about when it comes to foldable phones is the crease. With 2 folds, this new phone will likely have 2 visible creases. Reports say they'll be about the same as what we've seen on the Galaxy Z Fold 6. That means they won't be invisible, but they won't ruin the experience either. What's interesting is that Samsung's next foldable, the Z Fold 7, is expected to come with a much less visible crease. That could help convince people who haven't tried foldables yet. While all this is happening, Apple hasn't launched a foldable phone at all, but they are working on one behind the scenes. Word is, Apple doesn't want to release theirs until they've solved the crease problem completely. Some rumors say we might see a foldable iPhone in 2027, possibly to match the 20th anniversary of the first iPhone. That slower, more patient strategy might actually work well, especially since foldables still aren't as popular as expected. As for Samsung's tri-foldable, it won't be available everywhere. It'll probably launch first in South Korea and then roll out to just a few big markets. With a price of over $2,000, it's clear this phone isn't made for everyone. It's more like a test run for a new concept, and it'll take a few more years before this kind of phone becomes normal for most users. So what do you think? Would you buy a phone that folds in 3 places? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more tech updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Thickness. If accurate, the Air model could be nearly half as thick as the Pro version, making it one of the thinnest smartphones ever produced. While this new iPhone might be incredibly slim, it could also come with a larger display. Some leaks suggest that the iPhone 17 Air might feature a screen size around 6.6 or 6.7 inches, making it larger than the base iPhone 17. This means that despite its thin profile, it wouldn't necessarily be a compact device. Apple may also be making some significant design changes. Several leaked CAD images suggest that the iPhone 17 Air could introduce a horizontal camera bar at the top, similar to what we see on Google's Pixel phones. If this rumor is accurate, the camera bump might add about 4 millimeters of extra thickness, slightly affecting the ultra-thin frame. One of the biggest concerns with ultra-thin phones is battery life. A slimmer design usually means a smaller battery, which can lead to reduced usage time. However, reports suggest that Apple may be working on new high-density energy cells for the iPhone 17 Air. If this technology works as expected, Apple could maintain strong battery performance while keeping the device's form factor as thin as possible. This could help the iPhone 17 Air stand out as not